With pleasure. It's not often one has the chance to threaten a goddess and make good on it. Mystra won't be the one issuing the orders for much longer. She'll know exactly who's coming for her. This won't take long, and when I'm done, I'll be free of Mystra's yoke once and for all.
Gale of Waterdeep. You look well.
No thanks to you. I wasn't expecting a summons, but then you did always prefer things on your terms.
I did not come here to suffer a mortal's admonitions. Certainly not yours. You discovered what lies at the heart of the Absolute, the crown of Karsus. And you disobeyed my instruction. Why?
You abandoned me in my hour of greatest need. I had no obligation to help you in yours.
You still believe yourself to be so wronged. You always were stubborn. The past cannot be undone with self-pity, nor can a future be forged. Only with the truth will you see the way ahead. The fragment of magic you tried to return to me was not of my creation. It was the Karsite Weave. It is a corrupted, half-born magic, wrought in the brief moment Karsus ascended to Godhood. It hungers for power, just as he did, and it can never be sated. You unleashed something that would consume all magic in existence, and yet you thought only of preserving yourself.
Well, somebody had to. You weren't exactly forthcoming with any offers of help.
My concern was the preservation of everything. The Karsite Weave could tear apart the very fabric of the material plane. That it entered your body and consumed no more than your powers was a miracle. But we will not be granted another. The only reason the orb sleeps is because I have allowed it to feed on the true weave. A temporary measure, but one that will not be enough to save us. With each day that passes, the Elder Brain threatens to become a new kind of god. Its worshippers, a scourge of soulless illithids. If you will not use the orb to end this abomination, then you must find a way to separate crown and host. When you've done this, you must surrender the crown of Karsus to me.
Not happening. When I get my hands on that crown, I'm going to wield it. Karsus's powers will be mine.
Crown yourself, Gale Decarius, and you will learn what it is to carry such weight upon your shoulders. If it does not crush you, I will.
The Karsite Weave. I had no idea. Do you realize what this means? The orb is no stray piece of ordinary magic. It is something entirely different. The nascent form of a new, divine power. Of course, I couldn't control it. I was mortal. But once I reforge the crown, the power of a god will be mine to command. The orb will answer to me. Slim to none, I hope. Mystra has no right to prevent another ascending to the Pantheon. Only Ao can decide that. Let me assure you, Karsite Weave has no more inherent evil to it than a child in the womb, or an axe half forged on the blacksmith's anvil. It is a tool, ready to be shaped by its wielder. By me. And you know me to be someone of reasonably sound moral judgment, don't you? Gods, it's refreshing to share the company of someone who sees things the same way I do. All we need to do is stay focused on the task at hand. Defeating that Elder Brain. After that, you can leave the rest to me. What's on your mind?
Already feeling better.
Gale plans to become a god now, does he? And all because his lover spurned him. By the stars. It is probably not even the most foolish cause that has seen mortals rise to divinity.
Gale defied Mystra herself. Good. Not every goddess is deserving of such love. I would know.
I have seen the ravages visited on Teril by the gods, even the ones we so naively call good. If Gale's intentions are virtuous, ultimate power will sour them. And if they are not, well, I shudder to think of the chaos he could sow.
Gale's lust for power is concerning. I do not trust Mystra to do right with the crown, but I am quite sure I trust him even less. He must give it to her when the time comes. He will find no redemption or honor in Godhood. Only the burden of a million empty souls looking for a savior he can never be.
Oof. I've seen a lot, but never been threatened by a god. It sounded like Gale really meant it. He really wants to take control of the Karsite Weave. He really wants to be a god. Interesting. I'll keep that in mind.
Defying Mystra, declaring that he'll rule the Karsite Weave. I didn't know Gale had it in him. I'm just so proud.